Ladies and gentlemen, the hour has arrived to start this meeting. Brother Dwayne Johnson,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, if you will, to give the invocation for us, please.
Our Heavenly Father, we do thank you again for allowing us to come in to handle the city business. We ask you to give us wisdom and knowledge that we make the right decisions to help our people. God, I ever ask you to bless the city, our state, our nation, our soldiers that's on the battlefield, all that are sick and those that bereaved. Now, God, I ask you to bless this gathering tonight, our young people, in your name I do pray. Amen.
Amen. Let's all stand and pledge allegiance to the flag of our country.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't first tell you that this just tickles us to death to have all of you people at a city council meeting. And what we'd like to do is here invite you, as you have time, we meet on a regular schedule to come and see what's going on at City Hall. And also, it would make us feel good too to have you to come visit with us. But we're delighted to have you here. Let's work on our agenda here. Does anybody have any modifications to the agenda as it's printed? Oh, that's great. Hearing none, I entertain a motion that we approve the agenda.
So moved.
Mr. Johnson moved that we approve the agenda as it's printed, and seconded by Mr. Ramey. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, our work is cut out for us. Okay, and our first order of business, and some of you have said you needed to go, so we want to take care of this parade winners, and I thought surely that we would win. You know, we had a nice entry ourselves, and we threw out a lot of candy. I don't know what they were thinking about. We're delighted to have you here, and we did have a nice parade. Yeah, we had a nice parade. Okay, Andrea, you in charge. If you, it might help to go to that mic over there.
Okay.
And then we can get everything recorded so that we know who won what.
Okay. Well, we appreciate y'all recognizing the Christmas Parade winners, and of course the Christmas Parade is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate all your participation. We got some certificates, so whoever's going to be accepting the award, as I call your name, if you would just come up. Our first place.
Let me interrupt you first now. Who's going to take your pictures for you?
I guess that'd be me.
Okay, you gonna handle it all?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
are
you going to get the group up front and get a picture with you and whoever?
No, I want you to get in the picture.
Oh no, we'll all be in the picture.
All of you be in the picture.
Oh yeah, we'll be in the background here.
Okay.
We can stand if you want us to, but you bring them up here and let's get a picture, because I know they want to get the picture in the paper.
Okay, let's call up first our first place in the small business category, and that was L. Kim Buford, attorney. If y'all want to go up and we'll get your picture.
She couldn't come, but she sent Ginrich in her place.
Okay, awesome. We'll go ahead and get your picture. If you want us to get individual pictures, is that okay?
Yeah, just come right here, in dead center. They'll get dead center here. No, Greg Ginrich, come right over here in front here.
Okay.
Come right up right here, and we'll ask the council to stand, and we'll all be, come right here, dead center in front. All right, okay. All right, that's good.
Okay.
I got to check. I'm a... Grace, what are you doing?
I ain't no council, honey, I'm a city clerk. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
All right.
And we do have gift cards for the winners. Piggly Wiggly was very generous to donate gift cards for our winners, so we want to thank Piggly Wiggly for that. The next group is our churches. First place in our churches category was Oakland Baptist Church. Just you? Okay.
Front and center, get your picture made. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, thank you.
Give her a hand.
First place in education was the junior jacket cheerleaders, and I don't think they were able to be here tonight, so we'll make sure they get their award. First place in large business was Walmart, and the Walmart crew, we didn't think y'all would want a gift card to Piggly Wiggly, so we made y'all some homemade cookies to share with your associates. So y'all come on up. And this is, I know this is Josh Lake, who's the manager of the store, and we appreciate everything y'all do for our community. Certainly.
Yeah.
Mayor, can you
Josh,
come over?
no, you're fine, you're fine, right there, good, good. Give me, yeah, that's great, okay, all right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And then, first place in the individual category was, trust me, Jackie Lee Brinson. Come on up, Jackie. We especially appreciate you. You always participate. We thank you for that.
Congratulations. And he, informed us that he made all this gear himself. Your design.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good, all right.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And you probably see him around town. He has a SUV that's all lighted up, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And first place in the clubs category, clubs and organization, was the 8 and under JD All-Stars, who are the state champs, right? Y'all come on up.
Okay, y'all come forward. Come line up right across here. Man, that's a good looking crowd. Yeah.
Good looking one.
I'm telling you. Now, one or two of you may have to kneel down in front.
Yeah.
Can you get them to turn kind of
Yeah.
angle?
2 or 3 of you kneel down in front because you get a little wide probably for a picture.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
tip y'all out.
Okay, all right.
Move in, move right on in, Lola. Turn at an angle.
All right.
There you go. Okay, can y'all, kind of squat down here?
Put one more in the, put one more,
Turn at an angle, baby, and just look at her.
put that in one on the, let him kneel down right
There
there.
we go, turn at an angle right
Can you
there.
get that?
I got it.
All right, good, all right.
Yes, sir. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Thank y'all very much. We apologize, we had to,
Hey, don't let him steal your certificate.
we did not want to have to change the date, but we were very pleased with the participation, even though it was on a Tuesday night. We thank y'all very much for participating, and thank y'all for recognizing, thanks to the mayor and council for recognizing our winners.
Congratulations, all of you.
Congratulations, everybody.
We look forward to next year. It'll be, like the county fair, bigger and better.
That's for sure.
Bye-bye. Now listen, try not to mess up everything now, will you?
You have a list of the phone, you can use your name, the winners, yeah, I'll email it.
Know who it was.
Dr. Lane, don't you be stealing those folks' prize now. You got that? Those guys
Get those names.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Love the costume. Love the costume.
It'll be through your deal.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Yes, sir, I will. I will. God bless you. I got you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, well, folks, we got work to do. Let's get at it. Okay, first on the agenda here is number one, the USD lift station project. Mr. Griffin, you had something to add on that?
Well, I have been trying to get in touch with, Mr. Tommy and everything else. I have called and left him, messages. Carl has called and left him messages, and he has not gotten back with either one of us since Monday night and everything. I'd like to take and make a motion that we table this until I can get in touch with him and speak with him.
Well, it's fine with me. I worked on this project trying to utilize these funds for some time. And I did look at my notes, I don't know, I just happened to be thumbing through. Let me tell you what this will do, putting it on the tail end of this 40-year loan. This $261,000, since it's got to be engineered, if it continues like it's already in process, we perhaps can change it. If it continues, it will take 2 full years off of the payment. Instead of it being 40 years, it's right at $200,000 a year. This $261,000 over the 38 years will earn interest and reduce our loan by, what is that, $140,000 to put it on the tail end. So if you find a project that has got to be engineered, I personally have struggled with this thing a good bit, but now y'all do with it whatever you please.
Well, is there any time limit that we need to address
Well,
this?
it's been sitting there since 2014, but now we don't have to rush it. It's been on this long, you can wait a little longer. So I don't have any problem with your motion at all. I'm just telling you that this will reduce your loan over the 40 years, the interest, that's what he told me now. By putting it on and it sitting there for the 38 years, will reduce your loan by 2 years, right at 2 years, so we can make money and not, but however you want to do it. Now, we've got a motion, let's handle the motion.
If that's the motion, then I will second the motion and, wait for discussion, and I'll say something.
Okay, we need to, this has been sitting there since 2014, now we do need to handle it probably next month if we can, whatever y'all want to do.
He should, I don't know if he's going on vacation or what.
Well, I'm sure he is at this time, you can't find anybody like that now. We got a motion and a second, now discussion.
Only thing I was concerned about is I want us to use that money for what will benefit Hazelhurst the most. And if it will be to pay off some on the loan, so be it. If it's a project that we can use, so be it, but we need to explore that a little.
Okay, that's fine. And remember now, as you start here, I've worked with it a good bit, it's got to be specifically the parameters of what the thing was initially designed for. It's got to be something, and you'll have to talk with Mr. Hatcher, and also tell you who can help you a lot with this, will be Carl Hofstadter. You can call Carl and then tell him that what you folks are trying to do. I've tried to find places to use it that would fit their criteria, and I've been unsuccessful, but Carl can help you to figure out how to do it, and you're gonna have to have an engineer, so you're gonna have to hire him to do the engineering on it. So get with him, and I would direct you to Mr. Hatcher and to the engineer on the original project. Okay, let's move on. All in favor of this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion's carried. We'll table it till January. Okay, I don't know whether they need to, on item 2, the Okefenokee occasion in Atlanta, I think we've already approved it among ourselves and paid for the trip, so, I don't know a lot we can do, but I would entertain a motion that we do continue to participate in the Okefenokee occasion in Atlanta on January the 9th.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Johnson's made the motion, and second by Mr. Ramey. Any further discussion?
Are we encouraging like our community to participate in this? Even though some of us might not be able to go, I really think that some of the businesses and all ought to at least go up and talk to these senators and representatives.
I wish Andrea was here, and you can see last year's picture, you'll be surprised. The school superintendent was there, there's county commissioners there, the city council's there, there are industry people there. There's a pretty good, I've got a picture made last year up there, pretty good sized delegation there.
Yeah, because there ought to be something to help the people that's in business in Jeff Davis and Hazelhurst.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, I call to the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The occasion is approved. Okay, now then, I think we're gonna let our attorney recap the what this amounts to is that for those benefit of those in the audience that don't know, we have, with the city of Hazelhurst, a retirement program for our employees. It's under the Georgia Municipal Association, which is the big umbrella that is all of the cities. I think there's 500 cities, if my memory is approximately, 500 cities that are members of the GMA. And with those 500 cities, which include Augusta, Savannah, and Atlanta, and Hazelhurst, and Dublin, and Vidalia, and Douglas, all of these cities, all of these, this big umbrella, and you can see where they can provide an umbrella for a retirement program that a small place like us couldn't do. And by being a member of the GMA, we're under this umbrella, but still we have to sign on the dotted line that we adhere to what our attorney is going to talk to you about.
Okay, pursuant to our charter, we have to, for ordinances, read each ordinance twice at a regularly scheduled meeting. So we will read it tonight for the first time, and the second reading will be at the January meeting. I think the mayor summed up the, what we're doing tonight. So if you have any questions, I did review the documents as requested, so if you do have any questions, I'll be glad to answer it. But in sum, since this has been modified to coincide with the new changes in the tax law, we really don't have any wiggle room to change anything, but it's not adding any more burden to the taxpayers or to the city for these changes. So
we might add that for you, the people who are not familiar, I appreciate y'all being here, so I like to inform you as much as we can. Our retirement program, even half-time employees that are working half-time for about half the year, even those people, and we have some that fill certain functions, they can be under the retirement program. And also, the waiting period is what's the waiting period?
120 days.
So after 120 days, when they go on our payroll, within 120 days, they're qualified for the retirement program. And we have a good many employees already. We've been under this program for a number of years, and we've got a good many people that would surprise you that have worked in different areas of the city, and anywhere from the garbage truck to up in City Hall, that are drawing a good retirement program because of this benefit. So that we are providing a good service benefit to our employees. I entertain a motion. Do we approve? Y'all approve me to sign this document?
Well, we have to have the reading twice.
Okay, then we do it. Thank you, dear. I was going to try to get it done now. You know me. All right. Okay, number 4.
Hold on just a second. Have you read it?
We gotta read it.
Well, you're going to read it
read it.
full?
We have to read it. You have to read it.
We gotta read it twice.
How long is it going to take?
About 2 minutes.
About as long as it
Really
takes to
fast.
read it.
All right.
I told you.
An ordinance to amend and restate the retirement plan for the employees of the city of Hazelhurst, Georgia, in accordance with and subject to the terms and conditions set forth in the attached adoption agreement. Any addendum to the adoption agreement, the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System Master Plan Document, and the GMEBS Trust Agreement, when accepted by the authorized officers of the city and GMEBS, the foregoing shall constitute a contract between the city and GMEBS, all is authorized and provided by OCGA 47-5-1 et sec. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Hazelhurst, Georgia, and is hereby ordained by the authority thereof. Section 1, the retirement plan for the employees of the city of Hazelhurst, Georgia is hereby amended and restated as set forth in and subject to the terms and conditions stated in the following adoption agreement. Any addendum to the adoption agreement, the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System Master Plan Document, and the GMEBS Trust Agreement. Section 2, except as otherwise specifically required by law or by the terms of the master plan or adoption agreement, the rights and obligations under the plan with respect to persons whose employment with the city was terminated or who has vacated his office with the city for any reason whatsoever prior to the effective date of this ordinance are fixed and shall be governed by such plan, if any, as if it existed and was in effect at the time of such termination. Section 3, the effective date of this ordinance shall be the date of approval by the governing authorities. Section 4, all ordinances and parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are expressly repealed.
You did good. You did good. All right, that's number 1, so we'll look forward to the next reading in January. Okay, let's move along. Number 4, again, for the benefit of the, some of us have locked this thing around, and the council probably don't want to hear this anymore, and I don't blame them. I don't either. The old theater downtown A young man, James Earl Cray, is come back to town with his ministry and his community service project, and he was able to buy that building from
Morris.
Jimmy Morris, yes, in the Mahaffey, excuse me. In doing so, the building had been used for a hay barn. I think somebody, even Mahaffey, stored hay in it, and it was run down, and he bought a headache. But he was very ambitious in trying to do what he wanted to do, and if you've noticed, he's been making some great improvement with the building, and we're proud of him. But in doing so, we've had to bend over backwards several times. Our building inspector and our fire marshals have just struggled to help James Earl. And in doing so, the structure, we had to have a structural engineer to come in and to give us his stamp that the building was structurally sound so that it could safely house the public that he's using it for. So we had all sorts of trouble doing that, and finally, through the help of friends, Charles Harrell and Carl Leggett and myself, found an engineer to come to town and do this. He first thought, when he came, he said, I'll come and just as a favor, since the young man's having the trouble that he's having, we'll come to town and do this for almost nothing, very little. He said there'd be something involved in it. But by the time he got through and saw what we needed and to provide all of the pictures and the statements relative to the structure, it wound up that we have a $1,000 bill. He normally gets $5,000 for this work, but even that, we've got a $1,000 bill on the structure. There's some controversy as to who's responsible for paying for this, but here's the position that we are in as a council now. Or the council, you're the mayor and the building inspector and Carl Leggett, our public works director. We brought this man to town, asking him to come. He provided the service more than what we asked for to get us so we can fairly and correctly say that the building is safe to be occupied upon the conditions of he's got to repair his roof and do that, but it's structurally sound. And we've got a bill for $1,000. The bill's been laying in there for a while now, and we've got to do something with it. All right, speak up now. I've run my mouth. I mean, y'all get, I put the monkey on your back.
We're not able to get in touch with him.
You didn't get in touch with him?
I cannot get in touch with him. But from a legal standpoint, the city's the one who engaged the service. James Earl was not involved in that conversation when the service was engaged. So we contracted with them to do it, so we're on the hook for it. I mean, we can ask for participation, but at the end of the day, we contracted, we're responsible.
I would like to see that he and his parishioners would own up and do the right thing to take care of it. Now, whether he was party of getting the man here or not, we were the ones that are obligated because we, as a city, got him there, but we got him there for the help to help him, and he was knowledgeable of that. Like I said, I would like to see that they do the right thing. Legally, we are on the hook for it.
Thank you, sir. Who else? Anybody else?
Natasha, can or would you speak with him on behalf of the city and everything to see if they will take and absorb some of this? If not, then I mean, I understand what the ramifications are, and I understand we're the one that contracted it out and everything else. And I mean, I'm just, and see if they would be willing to take and help the city pay it. If not, I mean, we're liable for $1,000, we'll pay it, be done with it. But like I said, I mean, if there's anything that we could take and do to help alleviate some of this cost to us, it would be great. I mean, and I'm just asking, if he says no, it's no big deal, we take care of it and move on.
I did try and reach out to him, but we have not been able to make contact.
I understand that. I mean, is this something that we can put off till after Christmas and maybe you can get a hold of him?
I would like to ask the council, the man has been expecting his money for months. I think we need to pay this bill.
Well, that's my opinion, but I was just hoping against hope.
I think the man, we voted him too long,
Okay.
and I think we need to do that, and if it...
Well, I'll make a motion that we pay, Nadolski Engineering in the amount of $1,000 for the Latimer Street project, known as the former Crystal Palace.
And instruct our attorney to try to collect as much as possible.
Yes, if possible.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we'll pay the bill, and if you will, do what you can. Okay, let's move on. All right, Mr. Griffin, you've got, I didn't know what this was for a long time, and I finally figured it out. But you got this, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a bill for $12,000 to Oak Bogey Outdoors for the Brutus and everything that was purchased through the airport. And I'd like to take and make a motion that we take and pay this out of Splots, the airport Splots, for this Brutus, and go ahead and get this bill settled and over with.
All right, Mr. Griffin has made the motion that we, pay this out of airport SPOS, which we do have a SPOS account, and that's what the people, when they bought the thing, they looked at the SPOS account, and, we'll get into discussion later. Is there a second to this motion?
Well, I'll second it, but we're gonna discuss it, right? Okay.
Okay, we've got a motion made and second, now let's discuss it.
Now,
Go ahead.
when did they get this? You know, we came up with a thing that y'all wasn't gonna be buying. Did that come up before that time?
This
You know-
was purchased in August and everything.
Oh, okay, okay,
And-
back in August.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, 'cause I know we have tried to address this, that's the reason I'm asking. And this was something that came up before the council got its head together and said we wasn't gonna do this no more, then I understand. And I know they probably need it, as long as all of us is on board with getting it.
Well, here's what happened, and here again, we sort of, things half wore out, no, it's not half wore out, still practically new. But the thing has been done. Cody and I, this was done in August, when we were preparing the New Year budget in, June and all, when we were working, and I was working with Cody on things. And by the way, at that time, we were full swing in adding, $3 million to our airport out there. That's when the taxiway was being built, and everybody was thrilled to death that we managed to get that. And in order to get it, we have a $500,000 splosh account coming in over 5 years out at the airport. And we needed, in order to get this done, I needed $300,000 of that committed to pay the local participation. And I'd only left $200,000 over the next 5 years for other projects that we need to do out there. I met with Cody out there on the apron, at the airport, and he and I thought had decided, that we would, the machine that we had, he would crawl with it for another year. And the next thing I know, somebody saw all this, slosh money and didn't realize the commitments that I had made. And, they made a purchase that, and when the first thing I knew, it being out there, I went out there and saw, Cody driving it. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. Cody did need it. We were gonna try to wait till next year. It's been purchased. We owe the people for it. We need to let purchase orders begin and handle like we've agreed to, and we can stop some of this stuff. But at any rate, any further discussion about this matter? We owe for the machine, the splosh money, even though we've committed $300,000, we've got enough money to pay it. The first obligation on this thing for the airport extension has got to be handled. It's gonna be tight. But at any rate, that's enough for you heard my...
As long as this was done before that time,
What now? Wait a minute, Bernice is wanting to say what?
Even if we pay this out of SPLOST, now this was already in his budget,
right,
okay?
Budgeted.
Right.
It was already budgeted,
right.
okay? The obligation for the first payment at the airport is due in June or July, when we looked at it. Okay? So even if we pay this, the funding for the first payment will be there,
Okay.
with funds left over.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're
So we're gonna be good there.
Well, like I say, we've got 200,000 more, but now, we can't get ahead of ourselves.
No.
All right, we've rattled it enough. We got a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion?
Yes, I too understand that this was done beforehand, and, but it did still point out that this is the incorrect way to be doing things, to be signing, POs after the thing is already in hand. It's hard for me to support something like that, even though I do realize that it was done, prior to our discussion. Whether it was done prior or after our discussion, it is still incorrect.
Amen, brother. Preach on. All right, any more discussion on this matter? Motion's made that we, pay the bill out of SPLOST funds for the airport. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Cody, you're gonna be riding on a paid-for machine. They won't repossess it.
Thank you, sir.
It's a wonder they hadn't already repossessed it. Okay. Now, we've got rules that I don't want us to change, to solidify the change, but on a temporary basis, due to the nature of all of the projects we've going on and how our personnel has had their nose to the grindstone. I've got somebody over here in this building that's been in this building sometime on another project that I can't let leave. He's the only polished professional painter we got that can handle it, and he's good. We've got a clerk here that's had so much load, we can't afford for her to leave. She didn't take her vacation earlier. What I'm trying to say is we got a number of employees that we've told them if they keep your nose to the grindstone, that the council will let them, we normally couldn't carry over vacation time. But we're going on a one-time basis, authorized. Bernice has got a list of the people that we've got there. There's 4 or 5, so how many are there, you know?
Between 6 and 8.
Okay, there's a few employees that we've asked them to not take their vacation, to keep their nose to the grindstone, and that we'll let them take it next year. We want on a one-time basis, y'all to authorize us to do that.
I make a motion, we authorize the one time, let them carry the vacation over that they could not use at the end of this year for the employees that are there.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin, good motion. Who, did you second, Mr. Johnson? Okay, any discussion? We probably, I will say this, a lot of them had planned to take some vacation about during the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and with all this on them, for them to stay and keep their nose like they're doing, it is commendable, and we do have some very dedicated employees that are really working hard, and I do appreciate it.
I'd like to make a comment.
Yes, sir.
What you're doing is probably gonna save the city $15,000 to $20,000.
Well, that all...
By them working and us not hiring them.
That's right. It's, well, we're performing a small miracle, I'll tell you that. Okay, thank you, Charles. Anything else? Hearing nothing, I ask for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Inform the people, Ms. Bernice, including yourself, that you'll be able to take your vacation next year. And don't get in your mind now that you've got that much every year now.
I know.
Okay. All right, we got a little fun in here.
That's right.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to approve 7, 8, and 9. That's the...
And 10.
And 10 too. The minutes gonna have to go, y'all are helping me, I love it. What this is our normal trash report, and water and sewer adjustments. Sometimes a billing, somebody's got a bad leak, we make some adjustments in the check register. The checks have already made, and this is the minutes. I entertain a motion that we approve 8, 9, and 10. Excuse me, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll get it right in a minute. Somebody make the motion.
So moved.
Mr. Ramey has made a motion that we approve those items. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, a call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we're down now to you folks. Everybody that comes here used to at one time, you had to come down a day or two and get on the agenda and tell us what you were gonna say and everything else before you come before City Hall. Now somebody walks in this door right now and comes in and says, "Can I speak to y'all a minute?" Sit down a minute and we'll let you talk. So, that's the way this is. So anybody out there got anything to say?
Nice crowd tonight.
Huh?
Nice crowd tonight.
It is a nice crowd tonight. Nice, well, that's right. I know all these people are good people. No comments from the citizens? Y'all not gonna brag on us? Y'all not gonna say Merry Christmas? Say Merry Christmas, Clyde.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Okay, good, okay, commissioners?
My only question is the garbage. I know they, and I didn't vote for it, but I'm starting. When are all the cans and things gonna be out? I rode around and I hadn't been seeing very many.
I'm gonna get that,
And, I mean, I guess I need to understand where we at with this.
I can answer that.
okay, you can answer it.
Okay.
As the ones that we currently have,
Mm-hmm.
tear up, Mr.
Oh.
Lanier is bringing in 50 to 100 at a time. There are several riding cans already out. Several.
Well, I've seen one or two of them. I didn't-
Go ahead and carry Dwayne one.
No,
please.
no.
They're pretty in red.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I think actually they're out now,
Mm.
and he's got another load he's bringing in.
But now, in reality, and you correct me too, because you're more up to date on this than I am, I think officially, the change has been delayed a little bit because of equipment and various other things. I think officially, we're trying to get it as of January the 1st.
Yes.
That officially, everything is changed over, and they start paying us money.
Okay.
And that's what we
Okay.
need. Anybody else?
I just want to take this time to tell everybody, on behalf of myself, and I think I speak for the council, I hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year,
Yeah.
and a very safe and blessed New Year, and a very safe and blessed holiday season. We appreciate y'all that do come. We appreciate the support we get. We appreciate anything y'all can do for us and everything. And just come see us if you have an issue. We're not unapproachable by any stretch of the imaginations, but I do want to take and tell everybody, hey, Merry Christmas, and we thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else?
That's
Okay,
it.
Nope, hold on.
That's it.
Hold on. I've got my instructions up here.
Okay.
First of all, on your behalf, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
The Dr. Martin Luther King holiday and parade will be on, I'll get it down here somewhere, right here.
January 12th.
January the 12th. See, that's before we come back now. Saturday, January the 12th. They'll be lining up over there at 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
And so we have that annual parade. And also, I'm told, and we got it a little bit late, that we're supposed to publicize and approve our meeting dates for the coming year. And here I have a list of Monday and work sessions, Monday in January, February, all 12 months. The regular session is on Thursday night, and the exact dates of a full year's meeting ahead. So I'd like for you gentlemen to make a motion that we approve the meeting schedule now.
So moved.
Mr. Johnson made a motion that we approve the coming year's meeting schedule. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ramey. Any discussion? We do from time to time have to modify it, but we can do that. But this is the published meeting dates for next year. Any further discussion? You've got a copy of it. Any further discussion? Here done, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we got those two matters. Okay. Mr. Johnson? We don't have any reason to go into executive
Yes,
session.
sir. We got from Monday, just briefly, report on that one. Sorry. Gotta do it.
Make a motion, we go into executive session from regular session.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made, second, we go into executive session. She says it'll be brief, folks. We'll return in just a few minutes.
All in favor?
Say aye.
Make a motion, we come back to regular session.
Motion made, we come into regular session. Is there a second? All in favor say aye. Okay, in regular session, we took good action, and Mr. Griffin's gonna,
As a result of the executive session, we have an oversight of a personnel issue, and we have given Ms. Lopez the authority to take care of this matter, by the council.
thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Or we've done it, and that's fine. Oh, well, we do have to vote on it out here, all in favor of Ms. Lopez making this corrective entrance into the personnel file, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So take care of it, please, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnson.
So moved.
Mr. Johnson has moved, in case there's some of you that is right here, Mr. Johnson always moves that we go to the house.
Yeah.
Seconded by, the
Amen.
second and third down here. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carried, we are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here.
Eric.
Eric, you need